Question right here.
Do you consider yourself the top candidate to be the next face of the league?
No, not really.
Why?
That's what they got. That's what they got Wemby for.
If you need to compare your game with some 90s players that are...
Compare?
Yeah, you can. Who would be that player and why?
I probably would say, I don't know, man. I don't know. I know who y'all want me to say, but so I don't know nobody.
Pretty dope.
Next question up front.
If you were the commissioner for a day, what would be one rule that you would change?
I would probably want to see the refs grading system, probably. Like, let that be more public, the same kind of way our stats are shown on a nightly basis. Not to, like, make their job any harder, because it's a really hard job, but it'd be interesting from a fan and player perspective to know, why a ref is a great ref and how they kind of rate their system a little bit. I'm curious about that.
When you hear this conversation, what goes through your head given what the three-point shot has meant to you and what you've meant to that shot?
Yeah, Mark Jackson coined that phrase back in, was that 2014, 15, something like that, talking about walking into high school, middle school gyms and just seeing kids run to the three-point line. That impact is pretty surreal to me, just because that's the way that I've seen the game since I was a kid. That I love, expanding my range, but even more, I love the work that goes into, earning and deserving that confidence. And that's the message that I preach all the time. Is I want everybody to be inspired to, if you love basketball, to be able to shoot and get better and stretch your range, shoot, 5-10 feet outside the three-point line. Like, would love you to be inspired to do that, but you also got to work at it too. So like the ruining the game thing, it's just a charge and a challenge to, if you want to do that, then get in the gym, get your reps in, and earn it. So I don't have any problem with guys and teams shooting a lot of threes. Obviously that's the way that I play, and I love that factor in the game, but you also got to put the work in behind the scenes to take full advantage of it.
Last question on the right.
Be fun.
Another thing I had was just how are you taking it all in, being back here, and so you acknowledge people in the crowd, they acknowledge you, just the whole vibe.
Yeah, it's cool. I didn't know anything would be up here at Oracle. I thought we'd be doing everything at Chase. So to kind of take the route that I used to take, when I would come to the games, is pretty cool. It was nostalgic, to see some of the stuff that I seen when I was here. And I always got love for the Bay Area and the fans, and they mean so much to the game of basketball here in the Bay. So I was grateful to play for them for 3 years.
Third row over here.
Yeah. What's your favorite moment in this meeting?
Game 5, 2017, winning the championship here, celebrating in the locker room, celebrating on the floor. I think that was the only time we did that. Out of the 4 championships the Warriors won in this era, I think that's the only time they celebrated at home. So it's pretty cool.
David,
what do you think is the key for, like, say, LeBron now, year 22, to do that with Luka Doncic?
What's the key?
Yeah.
I think LeBron's kind of secure in his game and what he brings to the table, so that makes him a great teammate, and that allows him to welcome guys with open arms when they come to his team. He don't got to feel like he don't have to do too much to, make guys comfortable. He just plays his game and fits in with anybody. So when you got guys that can play off any player and smart and experienced like that, it'll work. So you got talented, high IQ guys. It'll take some time, obviously, to work out the kinks, but in the long run, I think they'll be pretty sweet together.
over on your right.
If you could be commissioner for one day, what rule would you add? One rule that I would add if I was commissioner for a day, probably a shortened season and a longer break during All-Star. Yeah. What's up, brother? I was born with some anatomy gifts. Thank you for taking that up. Some anatomy gifts. I have big hands. I was born with some big hands, but also, what I lack in height, I make for in being closer to the ground and being able to get around taller defenders. So attacking people.
You know, as much as like being in this arena gives me like nightmares, because I had to go against them. Like, it was like a real battle. Like, we literally created teams just to beat the Warriors. You know what I mean? And somehow, some way, you know, they always ended up, you know what I mean, you know, in the finals. So he's done so much with his game.
Shai, in this era, mid-range shooters are a few. What, how, or why influenced you to be a mid-range shooter?
Yeah, my favorite players growing up were Kobe Bryant and Allen Iverson. They shot a lot of mid-range. So for me, it was just like part of the game. It was a skill set. It was a weapon. And I tried to implement it in my game, and I've done so.
I definitely wouldn't win that. Bron. Absolutely. It's very boring. When we played the Lakers a couple weeks ago, it was so refreshing to play against Bron. Because every possession is like a chess match. Like, you don't get that today in the NBA often. It's just who can run faster, who can hit more threes. It's no substance. And so I think it's very boring. You want to be one of the teams that aren't playing an accidental game. That's the challenge.
5 best players I've seen in my life. I mean, like seen play or just, because I've seen Michael Jordan in person. Does he like count? I mean, Bron, Steph, KD. I've never seen Kobe play in person, unfortunately. Jokic, sorry. Good call, Jokic. I gotta give Melo credit too. Melo, I've trained and watched Melo work out probably 1,000 times being from New York, so Melo for sure.
How much do you want or need to be responsive when some of your top players are talking about this kind of thing? And again, given any topic out there, this is what they kept talking about today.
You know, I remember David Stern used to say, you know, when he was asked about officiating when he was commissioner, he said 100 years from now, whatever changes, that somebody's going to be standing here and they're going to ask them about officiating. I just will say that we welcome direct feedback from all players in the league, whether they're top players or not. And I think it is an ongoing discussion. And we're always looking to improve officiating. One is, I'm very hopeful that there will be some technological solves when it comes to officiating about creating the objective ability for example, out-of-bounds calls. We'll get that done in the next couple of years. It will then allow the officials to be more focused on the truly subjective calls.
No one ever asked you, if you were a player for the day, what would you do?
I would stop complaining about officiating.